when she says, how do you win the game? I think the first step to winning the game is to believe that you can even win. And then the other thing about winning the game is I kind of want us to stop comparing ourselves to white people all the time. I'm not saying that the racial wealth gap doesn't exist. It does. There is a gap. White people have so much money, more money than black people do, 100%. But I don't want everything, I don't think it's healthy for every wealth conversation to start from a deficit based foundation. To say that, no matter how well you're doing, no matter how great things are in your life or how much work we're doing right now, that the first thing we do is start off by saying, well, yeah, we're behind white people. There's a gap. We're behind. Um, yeah, I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying that there's different ways to look at it as well. I think you can look at it and say, yeah, we're behind, but a community is built one family at a time, and our family's not behind. Like, for example, if I was to ask you, how many of you know a black family that's doing better than most white people? Give me a yes in the chat. If your own family, give me a yes in the chat if you know a black family that's doing better than most white people. Like, the white people will get jealous if they knew how much money they had. And some of you I know are in those families because I know a lot. How many of you bought stocks like Oklo that went up 1,300% this year? A lot of you, I mean, some of you made over $100,000 on this thing. So that most white people don't have that privilege. Most white people didn't make those investments. And why are you so surprised by the fact that there are black people doing better than most white people? You're smart. You're educated. A lot of you work hard. You're doing all the right things in your life. Why shouldn't you succeed? And again, and the only way it would look like you shouldn't succeed is if you believe that America is just so undeniably, horrifically racist and biased that there's no way for you to do well, even if you're doing the right things. I don't think that's the country that we live in. Again, I probably even sound like I spent a few minutes ago telling you where I thought Charlie Kirk was terribly wrong. But one area where I probably wouldn't disagree with him is that America is a country that does have opportunities for people that do certain things. But where he is wrong though is that he was a person that didn't believe in accountability when it came to his own people. It's very easy for people to say, well, you need to be accountable. You need to be accountable, right? So if he's pointing at black people saying, you need to be accountable for the violence in your community, I'm like, yeah, we should be. I'd like to see that. But then when it's like, but you're not going to be accountable for the role that other white men play in making our job that much more difficult, then that tells me that's just yet another double standard, right? So everybody wants to hold it. Accountability is something everybody embraces until they turn it on themselves. Most people don't want to be accountable for what they're doing or what their group is doing, but they want to always believe that they want to hold everybody else again. You see men online that say, we want to hold women accountable and women need to be accountable for this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, they should be. There's some unaccountable women out here, but what about you? A lot of those same men won't be accountable for anything they do because everybody needs a scapegoat. Everybody needs someone to blame. It's easier to sort of be a whining victim than it is to actually solve a problem and confront it. That's why the problems don't get solved. Okay, so last point I'll throw in here is actually let me play the video one more time just so I like to look at things two or three times so we can really understand what's being said here.